Welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would take you guys through a quick stretching routine, super chill hip opener, relaxer, chiller outer. So without further ado, let's get into that. Get yourself a mat, get ready to get flexy. I was gonna say swollen flexy, but just flexy today. And just get ready to chill out. So first off, you're gonna remove your socks no matter how cool they are, because I do have some Minion socks. Then I kind of like to take a minute to ground myself, shake about, feel where it's tight, feel where there's tension being held. And then I just sort of loosen up, limber. I then want to tuck my chin and stretch my spine, which helps mobilize the spine, as well as maintain range of motion and nerve flexibility. So you might feel a little bit of a pull, but honestly it's just so relieving. I start pretty much all of my stretching sessions with a quick flow. So you just want to walk out, lower yourself to the mat, and then come up into a cobra, just lifting the front of you off the mat, and then just pop into a downward dog. And you want to reach your right leg to the sky and come forwards into a low lunge. Again, I like to take a moment here and kind of move around, feel what's tight, feel how my body's feeling, so that I can then accommodate the stretching session and try and focus on those points. So now we're just going to do the world's greatest stretch and just twist 5 times. Now you just want to pop that back knee down, squeeze your bum, and you should feel really nice, a deep stretch in the hip. Now we're going to try and hold each stretch for about 30 seconds. So the way that I usually do my stretching is that I'll do a couple of stretches before doing a hold in a position to try and ease into that position before we go there. So just spend 30 seconds deepening the stretch when and if you can, moving around. Once those 30 seconds has elapsed, you just want to go through the whole movement again. So this time it will be left leg to sky, down into a low lunge, straight into the world's greatest stretch. And then once we've done 5 twists, we'll pop that back knee down and squeeze that bum again for a deep hip stretch. Now we'll just come back to downward dog, which is an easy position to then transfer into other positions too. Taking your right leg to sky, we're now going to come into a pigeon. So that is the front knee at a 90-degree angle. And then we're just going to relax in there. Again, spend an easy 30 seconds in this stretch. Then we're just going to come back up to downward dog, take the left leg to sky, and come back into a pigeon on the other side. Spend another 30 seconds on this side. Again, just relaxing into the stretch, just breathing, chilling. Just going to come back to downward dog and then slowly walk the feet to the hands to come back to a standing position. Again, every time we come back up, you just want to make sure that you tuck that chin and roll each vertebrae up, vertebrae by vertebrae, to really make sure that we are maintaining range of motion in the spine and having a little bit of nerve flexibility in there as well. So as I said before, from the stretching, we're now going to go into the position. So just take your feet as wide as you feel. I usually go about hip width and sit deeply into a squat. I want to spend some time here, about 30 seconds again. I usually like to put my hands on my shoulders with my elbows up to mimic the front squat position so that it transfers over to weightlifting nicely. But that is obviously not obligatory. Now that the 30 seconds are up, we can return to a standing position and then come back down onto the mat so that we can go into a 90-90 hip stretch. Now for me, I feel a really deep stretch when I lean over to the side in between both legs, but it could be different for you, so just move around and see where you have to be in order to feel that really deep stretch in your hip. And just spend some time there breathing deeply and making sure that you really relax into the stretch. And then keeping the knees in the same position, keeping that 90 degree, you just want to switch the legs around and then fold over on the other side and spend another 30 seconds just stretching on that side. Now we want to come back up and come to a frog position, so just have the balls of your feet together and then lean forwards. Now you just want to take your feet wide to go into a wide straddle. Untuck your bum so that you can move your hips forwards and angle your body as close to the ground as possible. With each exhale, try and lean more into the stretch. Again, the whole purpose for me is just to kind of take this time to relax and like feel when my body's tight. So I'll just move to each side and take a breath in each position until I feel like my body is fully relaxed. You now want to move your feet together, tuck your chin and lean forwards. Now I find this one is really intense on the spine range of motion and no flexibility, so just be gentle with yourself. I can literally only go about a few degrees, so it's really good just to feel like your whole spine is releasing and breathing after being sat at a desk all day or not paying much attention to posture. Now we're just going to come back to a stand position, come back to standing, and we're going to go into a lateral lunge, a lateral deep lunge, just to really stretch out those hips and the ankles, and take a moment to just breathe here and move about and feel your body, where it is, how tight it is, what's stopping you from getting into that position. I often find that it's not actually the leg I'm sitting into, but the hip of the other straight leg that is stopping me, so I try to release that by moving my foot and taking deeper breaths every time. Now I just want to switch over and repeat on the other side. To be honest, I don't really know the proper names for any of these stretches. I just know that this is what feels good, and this is what I do, what I try to do on a daily basis to try and limber up and just feel a bit more relaxed and feel a bit more at ease in my body. After we've finished that stretch, you want to come back to a split leg position and then just bend over your legs and use the backs of your legs to pull yourself in and find a deep stretch on my spine. Very common. I love a good spine stretch, me. Too much sitting, I think. Now we just want to bring our feet back together and then again roll up with the chin tucked vertebrae by vertebrae back to a standing position. Now we're just going to go back into a squat once again to spend some more time here and really loosen up the hips and the ankles and feel rejuvenated. So once we've spent about 30 seconds in the squat, that's pretty much my whole stretching session done. I now like to come onto my back, grab my knees and just spend some time holding my knees in and just like curling my spine, rolling up and down. I find it really loosens everything up and lets me feel super relaxed. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this stretching session. I know I haven't got the most appropriate yoga voice, but you know, we tried. I hope that after all of that you can now sit more comfortably in a squat, you feel more comfortable down there, you feel limber, you feel loose, and you feel ready to smash the rest of the week. If you guys have like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, even 5 minutes, like doing that for just a little bit, I always feel like it just brings me back down to earth, you know? Chills me out. If you guys did like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel, because it really supports what I'm doing, as well as leave any comments below as to any suggestions that what you would like to see, anything that you don't like seeing. Any feedback is good feedback.
I like everything about you.